Hello, we are live.
Welcome.
Welcome to our Friday Night live stream podcast.
It's Friday and it's live. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Yeah, not bad. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Bit tired.
Yeah.
Bit tired. Been a busy week, hasn't it?
Yeah.
For everyone, I feel like everyone's just like yawning and
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Everyone's like had the chance to go outside and do something. I feel like
Yeah.
it's a bit of a shock to the system that it's you can actually do something. So
Yeah.
everyone's just gone
Usually
a bit
when we,
wild, maybe staying up, burning the candle at both ends, possibly, and in work everyone's just knackered. So.
Yeah. Usually when we hit play on these things, though, it's you snap out of it a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll soon be a forgotten memory.
Let's put our lights on.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Was that just once? Oh, that is mental. There you go. There we go. A little bit of a red hue at the back there. Yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone's had a lovely week. I hope everyone's had a beer in beer garden or gin and ting. Yeah, cheers to everyone.
It's been nice, hasn't it, to feel a bit more normal again.
Yeah, and it coincides with the really lovely weather
Yeah,
that
it's
has
been
happened,
gorgeous, hasn't
which
it?
is like raised everyone's mood massively,
Yeah,
hasn't it?
definitely.
Everyone's like just seems happier.
Yeah.
You know, things seem a bit more optimistic, don't they?
Yeah.
I
definitely,
think
yeah.
that's what it comes down to. Yeah, loads of releases today.
Yeah, not loads of albums also, but
Too many singles to get
too many
through.
singles, yeah.
Way too many singles to get through. We've made a playlist, which is in the comments now.
Yeah.
Marco's made the playlist, should I say. And I've got a little stain on my jacket. How unprofessional of me. And yeah, there's a lot there, isn't there? A lot to get through. A very varied mix.
Yeah.
Some that I thought I was gonna like, and then it didn't, and then some that I didn't think I was gonna like, and I did.
Yeah.
So nice little mix for me, really.
And Taylor Swift
Oh yeah.
got the #1 album from last week. It's actually she's broken a new record.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The let me get this right. The fastest artist, or the fastest accruing of 3 #1 records ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, she's great.
It's like all within like 290 days or something like that. I think the Beatles had it previously with like Help, Rubber
Wow.
Soul and something else.
Revolver, maybe.
Yeah, Revolver. Yeah.
Wow.
She's beating the Beatles. So.
I mean, that's like amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of unfair because they can't. But you know.
Yeah, and she's already released that album pretty much, hasn't she?
Yeah, it's a bit of a cheat because it's like an album of stuff she's already done before.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Well on her, well into her, good on her, and yeah, as I say, there's just been a lot to get into, hasn't there? Yeah, should we just crack on?
Yeah. So
Should we go London Grammar first?
London Grammar, yeah.
How did you find it?
I quite like this one. Not really my bag, to be fair, in terms of like what I choose to listen to, and there were parts where it dragged a little bit. But there's some good songs on there as well. So I'll give it probably like a 5 out of 10 or something.
It bored me.
Yeah.
It really did. It was just full of like, it was just like, I listened to that. There's an intro, isn't there?
Yeah.
I was like, interesting. Nothing's really happened yet.
Yeah.
You haven't introduced anything.
Yeah.
and then the second track was kind of just an extension of that intro, and it didn't really do anything.
No.
I listened to like 5 tracks and I stopped listening to it. I just thought life's too short.
Yeah.
I can't be doing this. Do you know what I mean? It's nothing has grabbed me about this record at all.
Yeah.
And we listened to, so we mentioned about their single last week. Was it last week or the week before?
Last week, yeah, America.
Which was really good. I enjoyed
Yeah.
that single as a single.
Mm.
When it's in context, lost me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, because it was just too like ballady and
Yeah.
it was a bit weird. I
Yeah.
thought I was really gonna like this record because of that single last week, and I thought from their their past releases. Maybe I can get on board with this, and it'll be like maybe a bit more of a party record, like in there and all that kind of stuff. Nope. It's really weird ballad records, and like no features.
Yeah.
To speak of, no collaboration. I just thought, okay, this has not got me whatsoever. So moving on.
Not a huge fan, but
her voice, I just found like the same all the time.
Yeah,
it was just like this reverby, high pitched, like ballad vocal, and it was like, you've given me that. Give me something else. This is an album. It's meant to be a little bit more of a work piece, you know. And I don't know. I just thought, meh, throughout the whole thing, really low energy and really not fun.
Yeah, they have got an identity though. It was quite like a coherent piece of work, unlike the Snuts, for example, a couple of weeks ago.
Totally agree. It all went together. Yeah. But it all went together to just bore me.
Yeah.
And I know there's going to be people out there that absolutely love it, but snooze fest for me.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine seeing them live.
That's what I was thinking about the whole thing. Like, how do you play this record live and take it seriously?
Yeah.
And like charge people. Just not my favourite thing at all.
No. What about AJ Tracey then? Flu Game, I think the album was called.
You hated it.
Yeah, same.
Absolutely hated it.
Yeah.
And like we've reviewed rap and grime and spoken word, like that kind of stuff before. And we've gone like, I can tell this is really good, and it's interesting, and bits happen where I was thinking, ooh, and there was parts of it that I could really get on board with.
Yeah,
this was flat, and one-dimensional completely. It was awful.
Yeah,
I to be honest, I got 3.5 tracks in, turned it off.
You know what? It's weird, like the order of the album. It's like the party tracks are like right at the end.
Were they?
Yeah.
Odd
and that
choice.
One he released with Mabel, that was like the big single recently. It was like really far down. It was almost like a bonus track, I thought.
It was just this one passed me by big time. Yeah. Maybe it was the track list, and I need to put it on shuffle later and like see what happens then. But it just, do you know what my problem with this kind of record is? It's a record for only for fans of that specific type of rap.
Yeah.
If you like that rap, happy days. You are in for a treat. Yeah. But if you don't like, even if you like rap, but you don't like that kind of rap, hate it. Which is fine. I get it, because you know, it's for them people. Your fans are your fans. Happy days. But I just thought like the modern day rap record kind of needs to do more. So much has happened in rap. You need to be like surprising people.
Yeah.
You need to be giving them something new. You need to be giving them something that they can hold on to. Like a chorus. Give me a chorus every now and then. Yeah. At least I can, I don't know. I just thought like there was like 3 or 4 tracks there that didn't hit a chorus whatsoever. And I was like, meh.
Yeah. A bit surprising really as well for like who he is. He plays main stages now at like the likes of Reading and Leeds. And
yeah.
It wasn't as commercial as I thought it would be.
That's the thing. I thought I was going to like this as of past instances and stuff, and then I was kind of excited for it to be something over what it is, and I was really disappointed. Just something that, again, I just turned off. I just thought, life's too short for this. I need to move on.
Yeah. So we'll move on to the third and final.
Yeah, it was quick, wasn't it?
It was a disappointing day for albums, really.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney has released his...
Was it 3 Reimagined, it was called?
3 Imagined.
3 Imagined, sorry, yeah. I love that.
Yeah. So it's like a remixed... Loads of different artists are like remixed or featured on basically a new version of what he released in like January, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll lead the way on this one.
Yeah.
I will get the thing that I didn't like about it out of the way, which was it feels like someone at a record company or management has gone, Paul, you should do this.
Yeah, definitely.
It doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't feel natural. It just feels so businessy.
Yeah, definitely.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't like about it, because I really, really like this album, didn't I? You went so huge on it. And which is, I'm quite interested to hear what you think of it now in its kind of reimagined form. But yeah, I just felt like, oh, this is such a business decision.
Yeah.
Snooze.
Yeah.
Like it just snoozed me straight away, because I was just like, I need more like personality out of it, you know. And it just felt like none of it was re-recorded. It was all just like chopped up bits of the song that he'd sent out to people. Obviously, it's hard to do it at the moment. I get it.
Yeah.
But it just felt like it was always the plan for this to. It was all like it's like in the cycle.
Yeah.
And it was so planned and perfect and like down to a T. I just thought it took a bit of the like fun out of it for me, if you know what I mean. Because it was the whole record.
Yeah.
And it was like someone in an office in a suit somewhere had gone, and they're current, they can have that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, they're current, they can have that one. Ooh, yeah, you know. And funnily enough, Phoebe Bridgers one is amazing.
Yeah,
sounds brilliant, and that's probably one of the highlights of this like reimagined one. I
really like
the Beck one is amazing.
Dominic Fike, I've never heard of him, but
brilliant.
I love that one.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to listen to him now.
Yeah.
And St. Vincent one's cool.
I like the Josh Homme and the Anderson .Paak.
Yeah, really cool. As I say, so like going to the things that I really liked about it, some of the songs were born a new life, given a new life. I don't know the correct. Some of the songs were totally given this new lease of life, and it was like really like a breath of fresh air, and I loved it. And it was it was so nice to hear like a new take on the records, because I mean, even down to the production and the mix and all that kind of stuff, sometimes that's just fun to hear in a different mix. Of how many times have you heard like a different mix of a Beatles record or whatever? Like it's just freshens it up a little bit sometimes, doesn't it? And this massively did that. As I say, the Beck one, I loved the Beck one. Phoebe Bridgers, Josh Homme, and that Dominic Fike. I'm definitely gonna kind of see what he's about now, because when I put it on, I thought it was what's his name now? Rex Orange County.
Yeah, right.
It had that same vibe to the voice, and I thought it's not him, but it sounds like him. And that's when I thought, Dominic Fike, who's that? And I googled him, and I need to delve more into Dominic Fike, because his voice is outrageous, isn't it?
Really good, yeah.
And he's got that like jazzy, croony sort of thing going on, which is really nice. But as a whole, I liked this reimagining of the record. Some of the tracks didn't gain anything out of the remix, which is when it came back to like the business side of it. It was like either someone's maybe paid to be on the record, or their label's gone, we need more streams on this artist. Can you do that? You know, and I don't know. It was just some of them were just like seemed a bit businessy, whereas some of them made sense and then worked very, very well because of that. So if it was just like a record of the ones that worked, it would have been sublime. Yeah, there was just a downside of them ones that did my head in a little bit.
No, right. I think I maybe just preferred it to the non-remixed album.
It was a bit more like varied, wasn't it? It gave you a bit more to like. I think the St. Vincent one was so cool. It was like it just had this like atmosphere. She really builds an atmosphere really well, and that was great, I thought.
Nice. So we've got quite a long list of singles.
We'll
try and get a few through most of them.
So our friends in Harm released a new track today. They announced it last Friday, didn't they? And it excited me greatly because they're a brilliant band. If you haven't listened to Harm already, I highly suggest that you do so.
As I say, playlist is in the comments if you want to check it out.
You know, a few years you could be. We always need more Office references on here, don't we? I love how Harm create like a soundscape.
Yeah.
There's always like a point and a reason for everything that goes into the song. It's such a wonderfully crafted sound that they always create, and that's one thing I really liked about this track. I love the dual vocal. I'm such a fan of the dual vocal.
They're really good at that, aren't they?
Yeah. You know, their voice, the Chris and Jen's vocal works so well together.
Yeah.
That like if they didn't do that in a song, it'd really make me sit up and listen, but I can be gutted because that's what I'm going there for. Do you know what I mean? I like that aesthetic. I love that. Do the lyrics mean the same to both of them, or is it? Do you know what I mean? There's always that playoff, isn't there? There's always, even if they're singing the same thing, there's always like a call and response element to it. In that, like, are they both feeling the same way? Is it coming from the same place? All that kind of stuff. It just gives another level to what they're doing. I think it's really great. And the drums on this record are just massive, aren't they?
I love the bass line actually as well, to be honest.
Yeah. Just as I say, the synths, they're also like just picked so well. They're selected and in the mix in such a brilliant place that everything. You know what I love about Harm records is sometimes I just don't hear a mix. Sometimes you can hear a mix. If that makes sense. And it's like when you realise you're watching a film. When you're watching a film and it like takes you out of the experience. With Harm, I always feel like the song's so well crafted and the mix is always so good that I just forget that I'm listening to a song and I just experience it at like a really like human level, if you know what I mean. That's one thing I really liked about it. But it builds to like a really great finish.
Definitely.
And just a great song. So really great job from Harm. If you haven't listened to it, get in the comments, and there's a playlist for Spotify on there. And also on the playlist is another friend of the show, Monkey Junkie. It's Curran, isn't it?
Yeah. So he's, I don't even know how to describe him really. He's unique, put it that way, and but brilliantly unique, isn't he?
In the best way possible. Yeah, in totally the best way possible.
Just sort of this like rappy, auto-tuned,
the
poppy type stuff.
I just can't put it in a box, and that's what makes it so fantastic. It's got elements of so many things, but it's its own thing, and it's so authentic, and it's so him, and it makes so much sense, you know. I think it's gonna go. This is gonna be his year, maybe. I don't know. I really do think that there's a lot behind it.
Yeah, this one's called "Kill My Ego," and I think it got like premiered on the Indian version of Rolling Stone, didn't it?
It's amazing.
It's mad. So I think, as you say, it's going to be a big year. His album's out in June, so we'll definitely get him on the show. Hopefully.
Absolutely. Hopefully we'll be able to like go and see him.
Thank you, Mum.
Hopefully we'll actually be able to go and sit in a room with him and just chill out and you know, speak to him and maybe Zoo at the same time. But this song I've heard before, but like I had it on in the car and I turn it up on my way home to like, because it's like it's your good time, isn't it? It's like it's like your time to have a bit of a party. You've finished work, it's sunny, you know, you're on your way home, happy days. And I turned it up a bit and I was listening to the rest of the playlist, and then this came on and my car was like shaking. It sounds phenomenal. Like I don't know how he's done it. The sound of that record is, and I'm like, I've written down here, he well and truly has me on the hook. I want to hear the rest of this album.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, do you know what I mean? I need to hear it. I need to hear where it goes, what it does. Who like, it's gonna be amazing. And I know he's put so much work into it. And like, it's a proper baby for him, isn't it? And it's gonna be
been a long time coming, isn't it?
Hopefully we can have, they can kind of have like an event for the release of it, or I don't know what they were going to be able to do at that point, but I wish him all the best. It's going to be a brilliant year for him if this is anything to go by.
And another local artist, I think, the first 5 artists are Liverpool Wirral based, aren't they? So yeah, next one is the Coral. Really, I think this is their 3rd single off their new album Coral Island, and this one's called Vacancy. And yeah, I love this. Another slice of brilliance from the Coral. Maybe my favourite one they've released so far.
My favourite one off this record, definitely, yeah. Has like a doozy sound to it, you know, with the organ, like
the organ was great.
Yeah, it has that. What's that? Time enough to stay is true.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
Light My Fire.
Yeah.
Has that doozy. You know, and it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's so good. And I'm on the hook for this concept record. I really am.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm at the doors of the pub waiting for the first pint for it. Like that's what I feel like. I'm waiting, craving this record.
Yeah, well, it's 2 weeks away now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm such a fan of the Coral.
Yeah.
I'm always excited for their records to come out, but this one it just feels like it's got like an extra level to it.
Yeah.
You know, it has like a more of a story maybe, or I don't know. It excites me.
Yeah,
it massively excites me.
Yeah. Next up is Ven, and we discussed him on an Instagram Live a few weeks ago before we moved over to YouTube, and he's released a new song called Sorry. I think this is his 3rd track he's released as a solo project. If you don't know, it's Kieran from Circa Waves, the singer, and this is like his sort of side project, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
I really enjoy the stuff that's coming out of the Ven camp.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Bit more of his voice sounded a bit different on it, I thought.
Do you know, it sounds a little bit more authentic.
Yeah.
I don't know whether not that Circa Waves don't sound authentic. I don't know. I just thought it sounds like just him writing songs.
Yeah.
And it's really nice because they're great songs. This one, the melodic, like a structure of this song, all of the melodies in it are just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think that's like what you come for. That's a Circa Waves singer, and you stay because it's boss sort of songs.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, maybe it's not for every Circa Waves fan. It's a little bit more in depth, maybe, and it's a bit. You have to kind of not work for it, but it's like, it's not like just happy clappy guitar music, is it?
Yeah, no.
There's a bit more involved, and maybe that might turn some people off.
Yeah.
But it'll probably turn a lot more people on. I think. I just think this one's great.
Yeah.
Chorus is huge.
Yeah.
Huge chorus.
Yeah.
A bit like the Coral one earlier. It's like a good summer tune, I think.
Yeah.
It's a bit dark, but it's like a good summer tune.
Yeah.
In the as I say, the melody is just so like infectious.
Yeah.
It's got that summer tune feel without actually being this like happy major yay kind of thing.
Juxtaposition.
Yeah. Dictionary Marco. What's next?
So another Liverpool band called Soprona, and this is called Phone Me Back. It's the first one I've heard of these, really. They've been around for a while, I think, but never really got around to listen to them. But I really enjoyed this one, to be fair. It's a bit more like classic indie stuff, wasn't it? And
yeah, it wasn't for me.
Yeah,
I just felt like I was listening to maybe a Blossoms B-side.
Yeah,
and it didn't. Maybe I need to go back and listen to it again. It just didn't like instantly hook me.
Yeah,
there wasn't anything that I was like, nothing turned my head about it.
Yeah.
And so it just faded into the background while I was. In fact, I haven't even written a note about it because I kind of forgot about it. But yeah, it just needs. I think maybe it needs more production.
Yeah, definitely.
As in, like, not let's put loads of synths on it. It needs a producer in the room to go, okay, this part needs work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like to upscale the actual components of the song rather than the like. instruments that are being played. That's where I'm saying it needs more production. It needs a little bit more work, maybe.
Yeah.
As I say, this is the first I've ever heard of these. But for me, it just needed, it needed 6 more months in the practice room with someone that knows what they're talking about. Maybe. Like a James Skelly would.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Would absolutely nail that, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think he would do it because he's already done it with Blossoms, but it just seemed like Blossoms are good.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
It just wasn't didn't instantly hook me. Did you like it?
I liked it, yeah. I thought it was catchy and it wasn't like anything groundbreaking, but it's just
I think it's unfair sometimes, isn't it? Because we listen to these tracks on a Friday and you just send me this playlist, which I love.
Yeah.
And I've kind of got to be quite brutal about it.
Yeah.
Especially today, I've had to listen to 3 albums and then 15 singles or whatever, and know what they are after. It's kind of like that thing of don't bore us, get to the chorus. You know, if you haven't really turned my head in 30 seconds or whatever, I've kind of got to go. I'm moving on. You know, and because I need to know what I'm talking about on the ones that I do like, or massively hate. If it's somewhere in the middle like that one, I'm just a bit it's good. It's good. It is a good song.
Yeah.
It just didn't. And if I was at a gig and say for example we went to see the Coral and they supported, I'd walk out going, "You need to listen to this band."
Yeah.
But because this is my first.
In the context of everything.
The context of that playlist and everything, it just didn't. This is a tough playlist to be in.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? If you get a chance and look in the playlist, it's a tough playlist to be in. Every Friday, these are tough playlists.
Yeah.
So it's got to be good and new and give me something that I need that I didn't know that I wanted. If that makes sense. Yeah. It's just not my massive tune of the week.
Yeah. So we'll move on to one of our favourite artists of recent months, Olivia Dean. This is brilliant. Be My Own Boyfriend. I absolutely love Olivia Dean.
She
great.
Keeps getting better. I don't know how.
Yeah. Mum and Dad, you will love Olivia Dean.
You absolutely would, yeah. She's brilliant. Yeah. She's in such a crowded marketplace, which kind of the jazz pop genre is at the moment. She shines in every direction for me. Yeah. She's just the one beacon of that genre that I go, oh, you like, and then you can name 5 artists and you go, you need to listen to Olivia Dean. You need to listen to her because she's gonna be huge. She's amazing, and the content of her songs is as good as the musicality. It was. You know what I mean?
Really
the lyrics in this, the lyrics of this track are so good. They hit in different ways and brilliant, really, really great. I just want a full album.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But I want it as a full record, not in that way that we discussed the Celeste record to be I really, really want that to be. That's the thing. Yeah, I just want a record that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which I feel like might come out of this camp.
Yeah.
It might. I feel like maybe he's just got more time to be able to go, let's write a record and it makes sense. Rather than quick, get them 19 songs on a record. Let's strike while the iron's hot. This is a wonderful track. It's a highlight for me, this one.
There's horns, isn't it, towards the end as well? It's really great.
Yeah, just a lovely, well put together. Everything's just well done on it. Yeah. And nothing feels cheesy, nothing feels contrived. Yeah. It's just a nice record, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Another one, so Olivia Dean was one that I found at South by Southwest, and next up is Matilda Mann, who was also on the same bill, and this is called Doomsday. She's a bit more of a folky, minimalist, folk pop. Brilliant. I love this one.
I don't know if you sent me a.
Yeah. No, right.
or if you did, I may have skipped over it and missed it by accident because this one made me sit up and listen.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's just, I wrote down Feist ?
Yeah.
There is a gap in the market at the moment for a folky pop female singer.
Yeah.
I think that maybe I'm wrong. In the same way that when Feist came out, she was the only one doing that at that time.
Yeah.
Then there was loads of them, and then I feel like we're back at this point now where there's not really anything out there like that.
Yeah.
I think Laura Marling is probably one of the closest, but she's a bit too left field to be like hitting the charts every time she releases a single, and really challenging for a number one records and that kind of thing. Yeah. Matilda Mann totally could.
Yeah, definitely.
But Holly Humberstone could.
Yeah, she's quite in the same camp as Holly Humberstone.
Yeah. Give her a little bit of time. Amber J could.
Yeah.
And another one later on could. So there's it, and this is like a really exciting emerging kind of scene a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah,
like this folk pop, really close vocal.
Yeah.
You can it's almost like a AMSR,
ASMR.
ASMR, yeah. It's almost a bit like that, isn't it? You can hear like
ASMR.
Hashtag. It's almost like that, I think. But this is just a really nice crafted song, really great, nice sounds, great chorus.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
So we move on to Real Lies, another one we've talked about a few weeks ago. It's a follow-up single, and it's called Late Arcades. These are quite sort of trancey, don't know how we just
I would say progressive EDM.
Yeah.
However, on a scale of 1 to 100 in like knowledge of electronic music, I'm at a 1.
Yeah,
so when I say progressive EDM, it's just because if this was played by a band, it'd be progressive.
Yeah.
So just because it keeps changing, and for that reason, I really enjoyed it. It was really interesting, I thought.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't get me wrong, it's not one that I'd like throw on in the car.
No.
It's quite involved.
Quite long, wasn't it? As well?
And it was, as I say, it was quite involved, and like I had to really listen. I had to really like actively listen to it, and it's because I'm not a huge fan of electronic music.
Yeah.
So, but I knew that there was something about it that kind of pulled me in, which was great. I really enjoyed it. Again, I feel like maybe it's to do with like the clubs not being open in 12 months. There just hasn't seemed to have been that much like EDM in the charts over the past year. So when you turn on the radio or anything like that, it just doesn't really seem to be like as there has been like actual EDM in the charts. And this was quite a nice refreshing like toe dipper back into that. I really enjoyed it, and don't get me wrong, like when I say I enjoyed it, it like I can't really listen to that much EDM. But this was listenable for me, and it was interesting enough that it kept my attention, and I really wanted to focus on it. I wanted to give it my attention.
And they're playing the Shipping Forecast in November as well.
What,
so,
really?
Yeah. So I'll probably be up for going to that, to be fair.
Yeah.
Just for a gig in the Shipping Forecast, because I love that venue.
Yeah,
like going to gigs in there, it's
business,
cool,
isn't it? Yeah.
And there's sort of few and far between good gigs to go there really. So
yeah.
One that like piqued my interest. I thought, I'll go to that one.
That's a good shout. And I reckon in that kind of venue, it'd go crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
This is quite a big one for this week.
I'm so excited about this
one. Royal Blood, and it's called Boilermaker. Seen quite a few people sharing this one around and excitement about it. What a riff!
It's so good, isn't it? But like, not just what a riff, what a song! It's a good song, isn't it?
Yeah.
And like, it's one. Maybe it's a cliche where you're like, oh, it sounds like when they started, but it sounds like when they started.
Yeah.
And it was just like the two of them.
Yeah.
And obviously now they play stadiums and headline festivals, and that means backing tracks, and that means extra people on stage, 3 backing singers, and all this kind of stuff. But this sounds like when they started, and it is so good. It's a good pop song. It's a good rock song. It's a good indie song. It's a good song. Produced by Josh Homme.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I could see that actually now, yeah.
I'm struggling to not swear.
Yeah.
I just loved it. Instantly, they put up like a 20-second teaser.
Yeah.
And I played it, and I just heard that bam, 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 and I was like, oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Hooked me straight away. Haven't heard them do this kind of thing for a while. They've kind of, I feel like maybe they've lost their way. When I say lost their way, I mean they're headlining stadiums and that kind of thing. That's whatever. Just like when this kind of band started doing like disco records, I'm just a bit like,
yeah,
whose idea was this? Which their last few tracks were kind of just like disco records, weren't they? You can't make disco with 2 of yous.
Yeah.
You need a lot of people and a lot of kit to be able to do that. This you can do with 2 people. And it just seemed really authentically them.
Yeah.
And there was parts of the track where it's literally just drums. I think the second verse is just drums and vocal.
Yeah.
So brave.
Yeah.
How many bands make a record that's just drums and the vocal?
Yeah.
That's so brave. And yeah, the video's class.
Yeah.
A nice one, Mum. I loved this song.
Yeah.
And it's kind of made me excited for the record again.
Yeah.
Because them first 2, I just kind of got.
Yeah. Definitely.
I don't know when it's out. It'll be out soon,
Yeah.
I imagine. This is the 3rd one, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, definitely back to the best, I'd say.
They're hard-hitting best.
Moving on, Easy Life. And this is a song called Skeletons from them. Not much to say about this. From my point of view, I wasn't massively into it. I don't know, how would you describe these sort of?
So I saw these on Vivo Discover like a year ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And the Easy Life thing, that's the thing that piqued my interest. So I was like, and it was like jazz, but mixed with like a drum break.
Yeah.
It's hard to. It's that jazz pop thing, isn't it? It's very cool at the moment, like the slacker jazz.
Yeah.
It's like the garage jazz.
Yeah. It's quite garagey, isn't it?
Yeah. Has like that Mac DeMarco.
Yeah.
Slackery thing to it. With the jazz. I think they had horns when I saw them on that Vivo Discover.
Yeah.
And it was more of a drum break than this one, than when I saw them last. And it was like, that kind of, it had pace and it had energy to it. And because they were performing it live, I was like, ooh. And it was good.
Yeah.
This one, listened to it first time, hated it. Hated it. Put it on again, because I just thought, that last 5 seconds pulled everything together.
Yeah.
Like last 10 seconds, kind of, where it was almost like a sample of himself going skeletons, and then they messed with it loads, and I thought this starting to make a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
And then I put it on again properly. Stopped what I was doing, listened to it again, and I thought I really liked it. It was a grower for me.
Good.
Amazing.
Mum and Dad are listening to these tracks tonight, I think.
Yeah, I put it was lo-fi jazz / alt pop.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can describe it. Yeah. It just had this. It had something to it that made me listen in a very noisy playlist of quality, high quality playlist. It made me listen.
Yeah,
it made me put it on again, which I thought that's something.
Yeah, it had the edge to it, didn't it?
Yeah, it's got an edge. I like that.
Yeah. Baby Queen has released a single called Dover Beach. She was another one who was on South by Southwest. I didn't mind this one, but you weren't a fan, were you? I thought it was quite like a good pop tune, really. Nice chorus.
I feel like that's all it was.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, isn't it? I don't know, like, again, my bar's quite high on a Friday. Maybe this weekend when I work my way through the playlist again on the way somewhere, I'm driving or whatever, I'll put it on again and I might go, ooh, this is good. What is it? And I'll look down at it and it's this. Yeah. Maybe when I'm like less judgmental.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just didn't hit in a way for me that I feel like a modern pop song needs to do. Especially when this isn't part of like a record, it doesn't seem.
I don't think so.
You know, when it's like a standalone single, I feel like if you're a pop artist, like, go a bit mad, go a bit crazier, do a bit more, be a bit braver, because it doesn't have to be on on the record. You know, I just think, just do that extra 1%, and it wasn't there for me.
Yeah.
You know, as you say, it was a good pop song.
Yeah.
It ticked all of the boxes of like good tempo, good mix, good vocal melodies. You know, and I just thought maybe it was a little bit formulaic.
Yeah, and she probably has got a good voice, but when as you say, when she's on the same playlist as Olivia Dean, and like her voice isn't gonna, or I mean, like Matilda Mann even.
Yeah.
You've got some great female vocals on there this week, and theirs was a bit more middle of the road, I suppose, wasn't it?
Yeah. Kind of. I know we're showing our age. A bit of a CD UK sort of, like, you know, if that was still knocking about, like, that's what you'd get on there.
What was that girl's name? Amy Stud. Yeah, that's her.
How do you remember all this stuff? Amazing.
So Julia Michaels is up next. We've got 3 to go. Or 2, probably.
Two, probably.
Yeah, Julia Michaels, Love Is Weird. And this was great as well. Another brilliant female artist. I think I've seen her in The Great Escape before, maybe.
A little bit left field, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a little bit more shoegazy as a pop track.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It just had a little bit more edge to it. It had a little bit more not vying for like a TikTok.
Yeah. As you say, it like makes you listen, doesn't it?
Yeah. It gives you something to like hang your hat on and go, ooh, I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah.
Just gonna listen to this.
I like that when you can hear like the fingers over the strings on the guitar.
Yeah,
at the start
it's always nice, isn't it? Yeah. Gives it an atmosphere. It gives it like an atmosphere, doesn't it? It makes you feel like it. Oh, thank God it was actually recorded. This.
Yeah, definitely.
It's so easy to fake stuff now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And make everything perfect and stuff.
Yeah.
And take that sort of stuff out. A lot of people take that sort of stuff out and redo it and you know, chop stuff up, and it's funny that people that do that don't realise that people genuinely love that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it makes it authentic, doesn't it? Which brings us nicely to an incredibly authentic artist.
Yeah.
Another wonderful female artist.
Yeah, Orla Gartland.
Yeah, she's terrific.
Yeah, she's great. She's really some really good stuff over the past year, I think.
And longer than that,
right,
she, you know, her back catalogue's just.
Yeah.
She's just quietly been churning.
Yeah.
Great tunes out for the past couple of years, and she's in a great group of people.
Yeah.
I think there's this group of people that are like happening at the moment.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's part of this. Yeah. So like, I think she's friends with like Jacob Collier and Dodie have a song out today as well, which wasn't my favourite one, but you know, like there's this kind of like group of musicians in London at the moment that are starting to kick on.
Yeah,
that it's going to be really interesting watching what happens to all of them.
Yeah,
because you know, people like Declan McKenna, I'm pretty sure I've seen something where they all got and Declan McKenna were at the same thing. Maybe I've made it up, but just seems great to have a really thriving community of musicians that you can and like, because of social media and because of all this kind of stuff and YouTube and everything, you can see them all being the community that they are. Yeah, you can buy into it, and it's great. But this is a great song, really, really wonderful. Great chorus.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, really.
And as you say, you can hear hair play, especially at the end. It drops to that, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Drops to this, like, kind of all the production stops and like it's just her on acoustic and it's like one mic in a room.
Yeah.
Almost sounds like a demo that they've like chopped off the end and put that on.
Yeah.
And I always love that. I always think it's dead charming.
Yeah, no, really good.
She's getting to be a really, really like a force to be reckoned with songwriting wise, I think, all about it.
Yeah, I'm excited for I'm guessing there's an album coming at some point.
Hope she plays Kendall Calling, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I think that sums us up for our singles, albums and singles. What would you say your favourite one of that list was?
Wow. I mean, like, I would say Royal Blood.
Yeah.
Royal Blood was probably my favourite track. On the Olivia Dean would probably come in a close second.
Yeah.
And then I would say the Coral, Monkey Junkie and Harm.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of good singles released this week, a lot of good music released, which is just great, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like there's more music being released because people are starting to maybe see the light at the end of the tunnel with everything. And,
maybe,
it's getting to the point now where they start going, right, let's start releasing some stuff so we can get it played.
Yeah, a bit more of a normal release schedule this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think Olivia Dean I'd go for me. And I love Matilda Mann as well.
Yeah, it's hard to... It's such a great playlist, isn't it? So yeah, it's hard to pick any favourites out of the albums?
Probably McCartney 3, and it wasn't even like a proper album really, was it? Because it's already been released. Yeah, the other two disappointed me.
I would say the Phoebe Bridgers one off the McCartney one was probably that and the Beck.
Yeah.
I just love Beck.
Yeah. I think I've forgotten his name already.
Yeah, the guy that we said before, Dominic
Fike was my favourite one
he's
on
cool.
the Paul McCartney album.
Yeah.
So not a great week for albums, a really good week for singles.
Have you read up on anything that's getting released next week?
Not yet. I'll have a quick glance now, see if
because there's always I mean, first of all, as well, do you think London Grammar will get a number one?
Yeah.
I think it's timing.
Yeah.
It's a good timing, isn't it? Because there's not much.
No. AJ Tracey could, I think.
I just don't know enough about him to say that his fan base is that big.
I just think maybe it's, the venues he plays and the slots he gets on festivals. He's very popular. I'm going to stick my neck out and say AJ Tracey will get it.
Yeah. I mean, the London Grammar one wasn't very good, so maybe that's the case.
We've got Dinosaur Jr., Field Music, Roisin Murphy, Tom Jones.
Is that Roisin or like Roisin?
Roisin, yeah. I'm terrible with Irish names, sorry. Very Irish people. Not loads next week either, really.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of singles out as well. There'll be enough for us to talk about.
30th is a good one, really. That's Royal Blood, The Coral, Manchester Orchestra. That'll be a good one.
Yeah, that Manchester Orchestra, they've released a few decent singles.
Yeah.
On the run up to the record getting released. So
we've got bloody Weezer again on the 7th of May.
Again?
Called Van Weezer.
Oh my god. Can we just make a pact not to reference it whatsoever now?
Yeah, we're not gonna. Don't worry, we won't do any Weezer on the 7th of May. We might not even do it on the 7th of May because it's someone's birthday, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Someone who's watching.
It is, yeah.
But yeah.
We'll have to do something. We're going to get to a point soon.
Yeah.
Where we're going to have to say Friday night's not on this week.
Yeah,
we'll have to do another week, another day.
As life returns to normal.
Yeah.
No one's going to be sitting at home watching.
They're not,
anymore,
no, but
really.
I mean, I enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And, maybe we can put something else in place or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, I really enjoy it.
It's great.
the viewer count's not incredible, but that's not why we do it, is it?
It's quality, not quantity.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, very true. Well, yeah. How's your week been?
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
I played footy for the first time on Wednesday, and my body's just broken. Didn't realise how much 12 months off would.
Yeah.
Just. Yeah.
I've had about 12 years off footy.
Yeah, I played a pass and it was meant to go over there, and then it just went over there, and I just thought, oh wow, this is new, isn't it?
Did walk to Hoylake yesterday.
I saw, nice photos. Yeah, really nice photos.
Really nice evening for it.
It was lovely, wasn't it?
Such a I'm so lucky to have the prom we've got here. You can literally walk from.
It's the biggest prom in the country, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, maybe Europe even. I don't know.
Maybe Europe.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know.
It was. I mean, that was a Zoom quiz. I know we don't like to mention Zoom quizzes. But yeah, it was a Zoom quiz question on one that I did. And it was where has the biggest prom in the country, and the options were Brighton, Blackpool, or the Wirral. Yeah. And I put Blackpool. Yeah. Because when you go to Blackpool, you can walk for ages, can't you? But you just forget that we're so spoiled here, aren't we? Yeah. It's huge.
That was 5 miles I walked from here to Hoylake, and then the other way must be probably easy. 4 or 5 as well, wasn't it? So, well, maybe not 5, but yeah.
Class.
Recommend.
Yeah. And obviously Liverpool crashed out of the Champions League, which wasn't the best, but hashtag we go again.
Yeah. Fingers crossed Everton will get beat tonight.
Yeah.
Or a draw might be a best result for us, actually.
Yeah.
It's Tottenham, isn't it?
Yeah. But football is the most important of life's least important things, isn't it? Yeah. So we can't let it affect us too much.
I did watch End of the Storm documentary last night, actually, which is about Liverpool winning the league in 2019 and 2020, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Lana Del Rey's got a really good version of You'll Never Walk Alone.
Yeah.
That's the sort of closing titles.
She's a big Liverpool fan, isn't she?
Yeah. Soundtrack in general is quite good on it, really. I think there's a lot of music sort of recorded by artists like that to do with Liverpool on there.
Soundtracks really intrigue me.
Yeah.
I think soundtracks are such an amazing way to find new music.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there anything that you've ever watched that have you ever thought that's my favourite soundtrack?
Probably has to be Submarine.
That's probably the correct answer, Yeah. Wow, I put you on the spot there, and you just I threw that at you, and you just knocked that out of the park big time. The End of the Effing World on Channel 4.
Yeah, that's good.
The soundtrack for that is sublime because it's Graham Coxon that curates the whole thing, isn't it? And he's just got such an eclectic, deep knowledge of music and then he plays some of it as well. Yeah, it's brilliant. I think that's a great one. But you're probably right. Submarine is the best one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because even the stuff that Turner's not played is still well curated and I need to watch that film again. Actually, I haven't watched that for years. I read it actually. Yeah. The book wasn't that good. That was the one of the only cases where that really annoying thing that people say where the book's better, mate. Yeah. The book's well better. That's all you hear off Game of Thrones fans, isn't it? Yeah. Book's well better, mate. It's not. But Submarine film's well better.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can judge a book by its cover. I mean, we've gone about an hour there, have we?
Yeah, so we're happy to call it a day there, about an hour. So, thanks for tuning in again. And if you're watching it back, thanks for watching it back.
Yeah, we've had a good time, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been good, yeah. Not yawned as much as we were before we went live.
Yeah. Thanks so much for sticking around. If you haven't done so, please subscribe on the media that you are currently digesting us on. Is that the right word? Digesting? Yeah. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah.
I hope
enjoy the weather.
Yeah, enjoy the weather. I hope you see people that you haven't seen for a while, etc., etc. Stay safe as always, and we'll see you next Freitag.
Yeah, see you then.